Okay, it says, this comes from the Associated Press. It says, President Donald Trump said Tuesday that U.S. will partner with Israel to run new food centers in Gaza to address the worsening humanitarian crisis there. But he and U.S. officials offered new additional details about the plan on how it would differ from existing food distribution centers. Trump told reporters how it would differ from Trump told reporters aboard Air Force One as he returned from a trip to Scotland. He was probably over there filming that video with them cheese wheel people falling down the hill. That Israel would preside over the new food centers to make sure the distribution is proper. Well, they've been supervising it and killing people.
Right.
So what y'all supposed to be doing up there now? It says, we're going to be dealing with Israel, and we think they can do a good job of it, Trump said. Well, if you thought they was going to be doing a good job of it, they would have been already doing a good job. Yeah. But guess what? They not doing a good job. Why is it that the USAID can go over there and pass out stuff, and you don't never hear about nobody dying, the food gets passed out, and everybody's fine? You put Israel in charge of it. Now, all of a sudden, the people are storming the place, and everybody need to be shot before they can even get some food. That don't make no sense, y'all. And I'm so pissed off about how they done silenced all Americans from protesting against this. That's the reason why we're silent, because they've been shut up. You remember what I told you, that students moved the needle? I actually saw a documentary this morning about students' voices being silenced about shit like this that's going on in the world. It says the opaque details come as a, and you know what? And Donald Trump never has plans. He always has plans of a plan. No plan. The opaque details come as Trump administration is facing calls at home and abroad to do more to address the hunger crisis in Gaza. The U.S. close ally, Israel, is at the center of the international outcry as more images of emaciated children continue to emerge. Y'all seen those kids on the news, right? Those kids are dying left and right over there in Gaza.
Yeah.
And the people, too. The White House has described it as a new aid plan to help people in Gaza obtain access to food and promised that details would emerge. It did not elaborate. State spokeswoman Tammy Bruce said Tuesday that she didn't know how the framework or how the new aid distribution would work because they don't have a plan.
Right.
The person who's supposed to be in charge of it is end up there telling us that she don't even know how it's going to work. Why didn't you make a plan? That's your job.
Yeah.
Or is Israel just not talking to y'all? And where's the aid coming from nowadays? That's what I want to know. Who's donating the food? Where's it coming from? It says, I'm waiting for the president to return. I don't want to get ahead of him, Bruce said. Democrats in Congress have implored the Trump administration to step up its role in addressing the suffering and starvation in Gaza. More than 40 senators signed a letter Tuesday urging the Trump administration to resume ceasefire talks and sharply criticizing the Israel-backed American organization that had already been created to distribute food aid, like I said. Oh, my God. I don't want to read no more of this. This is devastatingly sad. You should have had a picture of the starving kids up down here. Because those pictures, this is, if as long as you have worse pictures than this, you need to use them because we need to evoke emotion. This right here is not sad enough. We're talking about starving children. We need to have pictures of starving children here so people can see the reality of what the fuck's going on. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, y'all. It makes me sad. Does it make you sad, Mommy, hearing that children are dying because of selfishness and stupidity? No, from the other people. Oh, my goodness, y'all. It's time for real estate update. That's got to be the new thing. Real estate update. I need to get permission from Tina Turner for she copyright my shit. Y'all, this is a more closer story because we talked to national last time about real estate. Now we're gonna talk about Texas. It looks like, even though we could talk about certain states individually, but I don't know. On this show, should we just focus on Texas, or should we talk about, or should we just talk about only national, or should we switch it up and talk about individual states sometimes, or maybe just our state sometimes? Because people watch our show from all over the country and all over the world. Yeah. I didn't have to tell you that.
I think national and then just Texas.
Okay. All right. So it says right here. Oh God! See, this is what pisses me off.
What?
As a real estate agent, they always trying to get us to donate to all these organizations, NAR and shit like that, and all these lawyer fields because they supposed to protect real estate agents, but they don't never protect us. They let companies like Zillow and Realtor.com and all of them come in and change our business and take our money and do all kinds of shit to us. It says Texas newly signed a real estate legislation, Senate Bill 1517 and 840, could bring notable shifts to the state's property market. According to a new analysis by Foley and Lander LLP, as the laws ease development restrictions in major urban areas while limiting property ownership by foreign entities from designated countries. Now, you know why this is significant? Wow. Because owning a country, if you want to own a state, a country, a county, or whatever, what do you need to purchase in order to own it?
The land?
The land.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of happy about this. China owns so much land in this country. In a minute, we're going to be China. And so I'm glad that they want to stop foreign entities. When they say entities, they're talking about individuals, investment firms, all of those people.
Okay.
Stop them all. It's a sign. But you know what they're going to do? All they're going to do is, how they're going to do, go around that? Instead of having a country in China that's buying it, they're going to form a company in the United States and use that as a shell company to buy it. That's all they're going to do.
Yeah.
It says signed into law by Governor Greg Abbott ahead of the June 22 deadline. The measures will take effect on September 1st, 2025. SB 15 and SB 840 target municipal zoning regulations, aiming to enable more flexible housing development across the state's largest cities. So, in other words, what they're doing is allowing people to build things that's not necessarily zoned for area in the area. So, in other words, the whole state's going to turn into Houston. Okay.
Oh, but come on, cat.
Do you know why I say the whole state's going to turn into Houston?
Not really.
Well, Houston has the loosest zoning laws of any city in our state. In other words, you'll have like a skyscraper, and then some projects, and then a shopping mall, and then a church, and then another skyscraper, and then a mansion, and then you want to build it, you can build it.
Okay.
You got the coins, you can build it.
Yeah.
No regulation. I kind of actually like that because it makes cities better and more fun. Because, people going to do what they want to do. It says, according to Leander and Foley, which advises clients on similar legislation, these reforms are designed to allow more residential development without the procedural delays that often result from local zoning restrictions. I just said that.
Yeah.
It says, under the new laws, cities with populations exceeding 150,000 and counties with at least 300,000 residents and must permit similar lot sizes, higher density, and reduced parking requirements for single-family, multifamily, and mixed-use developments. So in other words, what they're trying to say is that, listen, we want the cities to be denser. You know what I mean? In other words, more walkable.
Right.
They want to develop the downtowns. They want people living downtown.
Yeah.
They don't want to make it so hard for a builder to build something downtown.
Yeah.
In other words, get ready for mass gentrification. Come on with the. I'm starting to get sad because you're not doing. Because I'm making big expressions and stuff, and you're not pressing no buttons. So like I said, this is going to cause mass. What I call it? Not gentrification. Okay, so it says Me. Oh, okay. Let me see what else it says here. It says
Sitting here waiting at the door, yeah. 1942, 1942. Sitting here waiting on you, yeah. Just waiting on you, just waiting. That I'm spending all alone. Been waiting for you to walk through the door. Rockin' designer, Gucci attire with the Louboutin heels. Lil' shawty dressed up, she style.